Hello, my name is Dr. James Stobaugh, and I'm president of Christian Home Educators Lifeline. And today I'm going to talk to you about 3 vital questions that must be answered during or before the high school experience begins. And certainly it will be questions that will be asked throughout the whole educational experience and definitely throughout their lives. And these are going to be great questions and one that you need to answer. And I'm going to unpack these for you today too. So we got a lot of great information to talk about today. First thing is every person, every young person that's in our home who's growing up with us, we need to make sure they can answer this question: who am I? Now it's interesting, that question came from Aristotle, and the word is ethos, but it really is a biblical concept. Who am I? Well, we are children of the living God, aren't we? I mean, that's what they need to know, and I'm sure they do. Second question, and we're going to unpack these more in just a minute. I just want to get them out to you. What is important to me? Or logos. It's a Greek concept. And the third one is, how much am I willing to commit to what's important to me? Those are the 3 things. You're gonna tease those out, and everything you're doing in junior high and high school, you're going to tease out these 3 questions. Who am I? What is important to me? How much am I willing to commit to what's important to me? Let's first thing talk about who am I is connected to this issue. And that is, what is the priority of the spiritual world? Now, we have a duty to make sure that our young people are more concerned about what God thinks than the world thinks. That is an age-old problem. Basically, that's the heart of philosophy. You know, it's Plato who argues before Christ came and walked among us and died on the cross at Calvary. Plato, a couple thousand years before, basically is saying, you know what? The gods are more important than anything else. And you have Aristotle saying, no, I mean, they're not. What's most important is what is empirical, or what you can measure and all that. And basically that's the 2 streams that have developed in our culture. You have the arts and science and the pure science, and we need both, okay? If I was when I got my hip replaced and I walked into a surgeon and I said, I want you to help me, doc, I need you to replace my hip, and I said, tell me about your education, your credentials. And he said, well, I don't have any education, I've never done this before, but I feel like I can do this hip replacement. It feels good to me. No, I want an empiricist, right? At the same time, I want even the doctor and the scientist and our kids to be motivated by things that are abstract, the Word of God. I want them to know the love of God, the faith and grace and hope. How are you going to quantify that? They've got to be, this sounds weird, but they've got to be motivated by things that they can't see. And that's got to be more real to them than life itself. And the second thing is they're gonna work through in these 3 questions is, what is the essential uniqueness of man? And man is not like other creatures. I don't care what modernists will tell us. There's a chasm between a human being and an animal that just can't be crossed by anything. As much as you love your black lab, folks, he ain't a person, all right? And I know there's a lot of confusion going on, and that's one of the reasons we're in such trouble with things like abortion, because we don't see people as people. And how do you talk about that with high schoolers? You read Call of the Wild. Call of the Wild, you got Buck, this dog. He's more human than the humans. He's a naturalist, he's an evolutionist. We're not afraid of looking at aberrant worldviews, but these kids, we need to know that man is unique and created in the image of God. And add one other wonderful fact that they should have discovered at baptism, that God is pleased with them, that He loves them. And that's going to take you where you want to go with these kids. The third thing is, you really want to think about is, what is the objective character of truth, And you know, that is going to dovetail in again to the ethos, logos of those students. And this is a very important question today that these young people need to ask. Is the Word of God more important than my situation? More important than my feelings? Because they're going to be invited from multiple places in their lives and society to choose the former. They're going to be invited, if it feels good, do it. And folks, they need to learn that sin is sin. I'm sorry to be so blunt on that, but they need to understand there is objective truth. That sin is sin. No matter what society may tell them, what they may read in A Farewell to Arms by Ernest Hemingway, whatever Camus tells them in their novels they're reading in The Stranger and Existentialism, that Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life, and every knee will bow and every tongue confess. And we need to make sure that they know that unequivocally, and they're living it in their lives. And that will prepare them for high school. That will prepare them for life. Now, I know that this video has been helpful for you, and I hope that you will visit this website, and I know you will. And you're going to see many helpful videos just like this one. The website is youtube.com/CHELifeline, and I want you to subscribe. I also would like you, and I know you want to receive my newsletter. Now, to do that, to receive this free newsletter, you want to visit CHELifeline.org. And God bless you as you prepare this generation to be light and a world increasingly dark, and to have flavor in a society that has lost so much of its rich texture. Thank you.